Have you ever wondered how your memory works? In this video, we will be exploring memory storage and processing in the normal, diseased, and trained brain. The normal brain. The brain is comprised of 4 main lobes. The frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the temporal lobe, and the occipital lobe. But only the frontal lobe and the temporal lobe are used for memory processing. The frontal lobe is involved in processing short-term memory, like what you had for lunch yesterday, and longer-term memory, like your 10th birthday. Short-term memory develops in the prefrontal cortex, part of the frontal lobe, and coordinates immediate facts like where you left your house keys. The temporal lobe processes sights to help form long-term memory like visuals from your first day of school. The hippocampus lives deep inside the medial temporal lobe and helps to transfer short-term memory into long-term memory, like the information you studied for a test.
While memory is housed in the frontal and temporal lobes, the actual memory depends on the strength of the connections between the brain cells. These cells depend on proteins and other chemicals to maintain their connections to each other and to communicate with one another. The diseased brain. Alzheimer's is a progressive disease that damages memory and other functions in the brain. Alzheimer's is caused by neurofibrillary tangles and amyloid plaques. Neurofibrillary tangles are tangles in a nerve cell which cause the cell to die. This results in an overall tissue loss in the brain. Amyloid plaques are clusters of protein fragments built up between nerve cells. These plaques interrupt signaling between the cells. These plaques and tangles occur in the brain's cerebrum and hippocampus and result in memory loss. The trained brain. Memory champions, or mental athletes, are individuals who train their memories and take part in memory competitions. They complete tasks such as memorizing decks of cards in a matter of seconds. In a study led by Eleanor A. McGuire, the normal brain was compared to the brain of a mental athlete. In this study, 10 mental athletes were compared to 10 normal matched control subjects. Functional MRIs show that there was preferential engagement in 3 areas of the brain of the mental athletes: the medial parietal cortex, the retrosplenial cortex, and the right posterior hippocampus. Thanks for watching!